Hey everybody, and welcome back to Media Madness. I'm Natalie with the Daily Caller. Today, we're going to take a look at Attorney General Pam Bondi, who went to Capitol Hill to discuss the DOJ's new proposed budget cuts. Now, she faced some pushback from Republicans and Democrats, but one of the best moments comes courtesy of Rosa DeLauro, who is the purple-haired Dem you're about to see in the clip. So let's get into the exchange.
Mr. Chairman, just a quick note before I get to my questions. Fentanyl seizures are down 30% compared to last year, and that data is coming from the Customs and Border Patrol, CBP. I don't make it up, but fentanyl seizures are down. At your confirmation hearing, you asserted that you will do everything in your power to prevent illegal gun runners in our country. Your budget request for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, proposes a cut of 26% below the current level. How can you justify such a massive cut without inevitably weakening ATF's ability to help our state and local law enforcement fight illegal gun trafficking? How many ATF law enforcement officers and industry operations investigators do you anticipate will be lost to attrition as a result of this funding reduction you're proposing?
So, first of all, I think that DeLauro's outfit deserves some comment. I mean, it is Pride Month after all, but it sort of looks like a rainbow threw up all over her. Then again, maybe that's just how she presents herself year-round, but it seems a little inappropriate for a U.S. rep to be dressed like this on the national stage.
I am a career prosecutor, and I believe in keeping America safe, making America safe. First, what we're doing is ATF is going to be brought over with DEA. Everyone knows, everyone sitting up here, guns and drugs go together. They go together. We're going to make it more efficient. What I will tell you will not be happening is ATF agents will not be knocking on the doors of legal gun owners in the middle of the night asking them about their guns. They're going to be out on the streets. If I can finish, they're going to be out on the streets.
I have three
No.
minutes.
So to Bondi's point about drugs and guns, you saw DeLauro reference this 30% plummet in fentanyl seizures at the border. Now, the legacy media has had a little bit of trouble working out second-order effects of increased law enforcement. So it's not that Border Patrol agents are understaffed and don't have enough money to seize all the fentanyl coming over the border, but it's that those who would traffic fentanyl over the border are likely disincentivized to do so by the Trump administration's hardline stance against drug trafficking.
You asked me a question.
I did, and you asked
me a question.
And you haven't answered my question.
So they're going to be out on the streets working
You haven't
hand in hand
answered my
with
question.
DEA
You
to
haven't
violate.
answered. Mr. Chairman, I'd like an answer to my question. And the question is not being answered. How many ATF law enforcement officers and industry operations investigators do you anticipate will be lost to attrition as a result of the funding reduction you are proposing? You are proposing a 26% cut to ATF for fiscal year 2026, as well as a 4.4% cut to DEA. So you're going to merge the two agencies together, and then you're going to shortchange their resources, so neither one of them will be able to do the job that they have been designed to do.
So in lieu of Pam Bondi giving DeLauro the conclusion that she wants, DeLauro just comes right out and says it. Your proposed budget cuts are going to wreak havoc on these organizations. Now, of course, Bondi already gave her answer, which is that in this new scheme, both agencies will be more efficient, so they can do more with less. But truth be told, these hearings really just serve as an opportunity for representatives to go on harangues about pet topics and garner media attention.
You've got a 34% cut to the high-intensity drug trafficking areas program, no dedicated money at all for the Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force. So, in my view, it's fair to say that the Trump administration proposal shortchanges federal efforts to stop illegal gun trafficking and federal efforts to stop the flow of dangerous illegal drugs like fentanyl.
As I was attempting to answer your
To stop the flow of dangerous illegal drugs like fentanyl.
As I was attempting to answer your question very calmly, unlike you,
Excuse me,
what I was
Madam
saying,
Attorney General. Answer yes or no. Tell me what the numbers are. I don't want to hear all of your filibuster about this. Go ahead, please. Tell us the numbers.
So Pam Bondi makes a passing comment about DeLauro's demeanor, and then DeLauro immediately confirms it by raising her voice and shouting yet again. This is a really bizarre communication strategy, and it seems really unappealing to have an angry old woman dressed in garish clothing dressing down members of Trump's administration. I'm just not sure why the left thinks that this makes them look good.
Reorganizing. ATF agents want to be out on the street.
Okay,
working
let me
with
answer the
DEA
question for you.
agents.
I'm going to answer it for you. Page, Mr. Chairman, you give me a certain amount of time, and I have a high respect for you, but I don't have to listen, nor do my colleagues have to listen to a filibuster when it's a simple question. But I have an answer to your question. It's page 146 of the department's fiscal year 2026 budget, and the performance summary explicitly says, and let me quote.
So before DeLauro gives her explanation to her own answer, I think it's worth noting that Bondi was supposedly brought to this hearing to answer questions, but when she doesn't give the answers that the representatives want, they just take over and start doing her job for her. I mean, it's totally ridiculous.
ATF will eliminate 541 industry operation investigators, reducing ATF's capacity to regulate the firearms and explosive industries by approximately 40% in fiscal year 2026. ATF will perform fewer regulatory inspections. And the department summary goes on to say, and let me quote, ATF anticipates a reduction of approximately 284 support personnel and 186 agents based on historical attrition patterns, and these personnel cuts will impact ATF across various functions, unquote.
So it's entirely unsurprising that a government agency would write a report defending its budget. I mean, government agencies, much less people in government, generally don't advocate for less power or less money. But it just seems like a total waste of everyone's time to drag officials before representatives, only to have those representatives read from reports which confirm what they already believe.
If the capacity to regulate firearms industry is reduced by 40%, if you are losing 186 ATF law enforcement agents, on top of that, it is clear the direction you are headed with this budget, and that's what it is, isn't it? The proposal will weaken our ability to stop gun trafficking, and it will greatly reduce ATF support for state and local law enforcement that helps them prevent and solve violent crimes. It's a bad proposal.
Do you want to hear my answer in 3 seconds? You mentioned regulatory.
Well, that's what DeLauro wanted to say all along, isn't it? It's a bad proposal. She could have said it at the beginning of the clip and saved Bondi and everyone else 5 minutes of their time.
Functions. We will not be having ATF agents go to the doors of gun owners in the middle of the night asking them about their guns, period. They will be out on the streets with DEA, guns and drugs.
How many are gone?
It will be attrition. We are not firing agents. They will be working.
How many
with
have
DEA.
taken attrition?
Can I tell you that they all want to be on the streets? They want to be doing their jobs. They want to be.
But you're getting them off the streets.
They want.
You're getting them off the streets.
We're putting them on the streets. And they want to be working with DEA.
You are getting them off the streets. There is no clear. And Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time. I yield back my time. Let's get.
So Bondi's point is well taken, even if DeLauro refuses to hear her out. What she's saying is that the Biden administration totally mishandled the resources they were given, squandering their money by targeting legal gun owners instead of going after real criminals. But what do you think? Who won that exchange? What color should DeLauro dye her hair next? Let me know in the comments below, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.